The topic is deafness. Now, what is deafness? Deafness or impairment of hearing refers to total or partial inability to hear sounds. It means there is total loss of hearing or there is partial loss of hearing. Now, what is anacasis? It means total deafness. Deafness can occur at any age and may be congenital or acquired. So, deafness may be present at birth or it may comes after birth also. Then it varies from mild to moderate to severe loss. It is the degree of deafness. That deafness may be mild or there may be moderate or there may be severe hearing loss. Now, types of deafness. Clinically, deafness can be divided into four main categories. Number 1, conductive deafness. Number 2, sensorineural deafness or perceptive deafness. Number 3, mixed deafness. Number 4, psychogenic deafness. Now, I will describe one by one. You see the picture that there is conductive and sensorineural hearing loss. So, what is conductive hearing loss? The deafness which includes the part that is from external ear to the stapes foot plate. It is called conductive deafness because there is conductive mechanism of sound occurs in this part. And in sensorineural deafness, the part from cochlea to auditory nerve and then to brain, it is called sensorineural deafness. Deafness occurs due to the lesion of this part. It is called sensorineural deafness. So, what is conductive deafness? This occurs when the sound conducting mechanism of the ear is defective. The lesion could be anywhere from ESC to footplate of stapes, which I have discussed previously. Then conductive deafness could be congenital or acquired. Now, what are the factors of congenital deafness or congenital conductive deafness? There are atresia of external auditory canal. That means there is absence of external auditory canal. There is atresia. Atresia means there is absence. It means that there is no external auditory canal. Then congenital cholesteatoma. Cholesteatoma I have discussed earlier that it is a white color chalky substance, chalk-like substance that is present in chronic suppurative otitis media. It may be congenital cholesteatoma. Then there is congenital ossicular discontinuity. Ossicular discontinuity means there is absence of any of the ossicles, that is either malleus or either stapes or incus, which any of the three will be absent. Then ossicular abnormalities like fixation of ossicles. It may be seen in otosclerosis. In the previous disease I have discussed that there is fixation of stapes occurred. For that conductive deafness occurred. Next, the causes are acquired factors. So acquired factors may be in external auditory canal or in the middle ear. So in external auditory canal, the factors are like wax in external auditory canal or inflammatory condition like otitis externa and otitis otomycosis. Then foreign body in external auditory canal. Then tumors in pinna or ESC. Then tympanic perforation. Then in middle ear the causes are like ASOM, CSOM, otosclerosis, ossicular necrosis, cholesteatoma, chronic eustachian tube dysfunction, then tumors of middle ear and mastoid. These are the acquired factor. Then sensory neural deafness. I have discussed earlier that this type of deafness is due to abnormality in the cochlea, auditory nerve, that is 8th nerve, then neural pathway or their central connection with auditory cortex. It can be classified into two types like congenital or prenatal deafness. Number 2, acquired or postnatal deafness. Now, the congenital causes are like hereditary development defects, then damage to the hearing organ during pregnancy by rubella infection, then Rh factors incompatibility, then congenital syphilis, then during delivery prolonged labor, anoxia, hypoxia, premature birth trauma, or forced delivery. These are the causes in which sensorineural deafness is present at the time of birth. Then there is acquired or postnatal deafness. The causes are local causes that due to the cause of ear, the acquired the local cause occurred. They like trauma that is head injury, then loud sound, then surgical injury to labyrinth, then infection like mumps, measles, influenza, then ototoxic drugs, streptomycin, gentamicin, quinine, then degenerative like senile deafness, then tumors like acoustic neuroma. Acoustic neuroma is a type of tumor which will be present in 8th nerve. So these are the causes which occurred in cochlea or the 8th nerve. So acquired postnatal deafness occurred. Then the general causes are like hypertension, hypothyroid, diabetes mellitus, smoking, and alcoholism. Next is mixed deafness. Mixed deafness means combination of conductive deafness and sensorineural deafness. Both the conductive system and the sensorineural system both hampers in this deafness. Like causes are like blast injuries, then acoustic trauma, then head injury, CSOM, otosclerosis. These are the causes. Then there is psychogenic deafness. There are two types like hysterical deafness and malingering. Actually, these two types are not actually causes the deafness. It's are the merely causes deafness. In hysterical deafness, the deafness is outside conscious control. The patient ceases of listen and so fails to hear. Usually it is seen in female. In this deafness, the patient will be unconscious and she will ceases of listen, as the patient will be unconscious that she can't hear anything. So it is called hysterical deafness. It is also temporary. Okay. Then malingering. Malingering means likely to be deafness. Like patient is not actually deaf but pretend to be deaf, that he or she might avoid duties or work or school. Here the patient is conscious of deception. He or she listens intently but make an effort to not to respond. So the difference between hysterical deafness and malingering is that hysterical deafness the patient will be unconscious, but in malingering the patient will be conscious but he or she will be intentionally hear. She listens everything but intentionally she hears and also responds to also tries to make an effort to not to respond. Then these are the investigations which have been done in deafness um, to find the cause. Okay, so first of one is history. In history we will ask about the onset, that is it is gradual or it is sudden, or it is present at birth, or it has been acquired, or post birth, that is it occurred after birth. Then family history, that means deafness is present in other family members also, and associated symptoms like tinnitus or vertigo. Then medical history, like patient is taking any medicine or not, like streptomycin, quinine, as I have discussed earlier. Then surgical history, any surgery has been done in inner ear or middle ear. Then examination of both ears, nose, nasopharynx. Then neurological exam. Then audiological exam, like tuning fork test, pure-tone audiometry, tympanometry, speech audiometry, vestibular function test. Then radiological examination, like X-ray mastoid, then CT scan, MRI of brain. Then blood for hemoglobin or biochemical parameters. The treatment in conductive hearing loss, the prime management is to remove the cause, like in earwax, wax removal; in otitis externa, topical or systemic antibiotics; in ASOM, systemic antibiotics, analgesics; and CSOM in mastoidectomy, tympanoplasty like operation. Then in tumor, surgical correction. These are the treatment in conductive hearing loss. Then in sensorineural hearing loss, hearing aid, then auditory training, lip reading, tranquilizer, steroid therapy, vitamin B1, B6, B12, ACE, then vasodilators, then treatment of diabetes mellitus or thyroid disorders. Now, what is presbyacusis? It occurs in old age. It is called senile deafness. It is a type of sensorineural deafness due to old age, where two important point is there, that is speech discrimination is poor. The patient can hear, but what we are saying he can't understand. মানে পেশেন্ট শব্দ শুনতে পাবে, কিন্তু কি সম্পর্কে বলা হচ্ছে বা কি বলা হচ্ছে সেটা বুঝতে পারবে না। স্পিচ ডিসক্রিমিনেশন মানে হচ্ছে কি টপিকে বলা হচ্ছে সেটা বুঝতে পারবে না, কিন্তু শব্দ শুনতে পারবে। অ্যান্ড ডোন্ট টলারেট টু লাউড সাউন্ড, আর বেশি আওয়াজ সহ্য করতে পারবে না। ডোন্ট টলারেট টু লাউড সাউন্ড, ইট ইজ দ্য কমনেস্ট কজ অফ SNHL. নাও হোয়াট ইজ স্পিচ ডিসক্রিমিনেশন? Speech discrimination is ability to understand speech in quiet or noisy atmosphere, and in this disease there is poor speech discrimination. That means patient can't understand. These are the classification of deafness by which we can assess the degree of deafness, and we prescribed about the use of hearing aid. This is the classification of WHO. This is all about deafness.